Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Disruptors, a series dedicated to the individuals, disruptors really, that are closing disparities, changing the very fabric of our nation, or just making dreams come true, all from ATL. This series will cover the advocates, unsung heroes, leaders, and more in our minisodes that are released every month. This summer, we're featuring the FireStarter, the Changemaker, the Dreamcatcher, and more. I'm India Hayes, the founder and CEO of MiniCity, a social impact tech startup that connects the homeless and homeless care providers to life-critical benefits. We'll have Dessalines, my co-founder, co-host, and brother, join us for some minisodes. But this series isn't about us. It's about our fellow disruptors. Awesome. So everyone, this is our first mini-sode. I'm super excited to kick things off right now with Rejoice of Vower. I love that name. It's such a beautiful name, and I feel like it fits her so well. So Rejoice is actually going to take us through just her founder's story, how she got started, what Vower is all about, and all that great stuff. So for everyone, let's go ahead and welcome Rejoice. If you could just start, Rejoice, by giving us your name, the name of your business, and where you're from.
Yeah. First, thanks so much for. I didn't know I was the first. I feel like I should have, prepared more to be the first. But I'm very honored to be here. Yeah, my name is Rejoice. I'm originally from Grand Rapids, Michigan. So I'm a Midwest girl. Went to school there. I moved to Georgia. Actually, when I was in the seventh grade, it was a bit of a change. You go from a Midwest city to College Park, what they like to say on the South Side, Old National, where I really felt like I learned, just like I grew up a lot when I first moved to Clayton County. Shout out to all those in Clayton County, College Park, and matriculated through school here. I graduated from Emory, and then I think what is the byproduct of Vower started. Prior to that, though, it's important to understand that my parents were community organizers. My dad, literally will be stopped in the stores with people having tears in their eyes because he had opened up the community facility early or late and made sure mothers got backpacks for their children before school. And so he was sort of the local hero. And even to me growing up, that's the way that I experienced community, really understanding what connected people, what made things sustainable, but what was at the heart of that. And that kind of trickled on through my life. And so went to Emory, thought I was going to be a doctor. Totally was in my last class before studying for the MCAT and was like, nah, that's not it. And totally, I'm sure my parents were very happy about that. And then, again, thought I wanted to be an attorney. Of course, there's only two things you can do at PW or any, I guess back then, a lawyer, doctor, engineer. But thought I wanted to be an attorney. Took the LSAT a few times. Got waitlisted to a bunch of schools and got denied. I think that denial is what opened me up to the world. I'm very aware. I have a very strong in-group consciousness of who I am, whose I am, and the skin that I'm in. However, I understand that even within that, I have a lot of privilege, right? I went to Emory, I went to PWI, I have, studied abroad, worked for corporate places. So even within that, I recognize where I sit on this spectrum of marginalization, I guess. I think when you enter into tech, that's when it starts to get a little razzle dazzle. Because I've experienced being the only one or the only Black person in most of my life. In Michigan, I was bused to school. I was, bused from the lower income kind of hood area all the way across town to a STEM academy. My whole life has been that way. So I've learned sort of like the ways in which to move about white spaces. Even if they are oppressive, I've just kind of learned how to, because I was just probably no offense to the people that I was just probably the best one in my class, just like academically the best. So I was very competitive, but in tech and in business, you learn it's about that, but it's not. It's about who you know. And I know we go back to this, but it really is. I've moved faster in the past year by being in certain incubators and accelerators and knowing the gatekeepers to those places than I ever have by knowing the most in the room, of knowing my marketplace. Yes, you need to know that. That gets you in the door. That gives you the keys to ball. But you better know who opened those gates, because we have to raise the money. We have to make sure that we can be sustainable. You have to be able to talk to engineers. I'm not an engineer. I'm a non-technical founder. And so I've navigated this space in the sense that I'm in CEO of a tech company. The most thing they ask me if, do you have a CTO? Who's your tech founder? But we're in COVID. We are in post George Floyd world. So we kind of hold a lot of keys that we didn't hold before. And that's why I only say that because I frame this conversation on the sense that we're winning right now. We're winning right now. I don't know how long the winning is going to be so ripe where everyone in every company wants to help and give back. I hope it stays. I hope it remains sustainable and equitable. But I just understand how humans work. So I only say that to say it's been a great time understanding that it's a season where everyone is has awoken to themselves or to what's happening. And as a Black woman who understands how these seasons work, I've just been running it up. That's I've just been running it up because I don't know when everyone's gonna be like, oh, that was that, and so I'm gonna run it up until I don't need those keys anymore. So
that's for sure. Get all the keys, girl, because that's I think. If you like this episode and would like to hear more like it, please tune in and follow the Disruptors on Spotify and wherever else you listen to podcasts.